Hello. We're here to finish Metaphor tonight. I'm actually looking at my audio levels so I know that my mic isn't fucked up this time. But it's gotten very wiggly. It's very easy to fuck up at this point.
Oh no,
which is all the more reason for me to get another one. Which I kind of need to anyway for VR stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get one for all purposes that's also gonna be for VR. We'll see. I did a fuck ton of grinding. Not even really for this playthrough that we're doing, but for New Game Plus. So I'm way over leveled. And I have nice skills and weapons and things. We're gonna run around and defeat these little extra bosses, and then we'll go fight the nasty old twink himself.
Is that? Careful. Don't tell me.
get ready.
Stroll's like, I recognize this, and Galka's like, I've never seen this before in my life.
What? The human from the border fort? But it looks different somehow.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's a palette swap. He does not like wind, if I recall. Let's maybe start with a general debilitate.
Even my strength will be.
Do I have auto? Yeah, Stroll's auto buffing us. Okay. And if you're weak to wind, we want to do this.
I destroyed it.
Cool. Awesome. Your whole body's broken. For Stroll, we can either buff ourselves or we can create weak points because I gave him the light dance thing. Since that's Will's best magic. Who's left though? Is it just your body? Let's buff our attack then. I'm gonna go ham on offense.
Behold.
Oh, well, actually, we should really do Royal Slash, shouldn't we? Since he's a human. And that's the better one. Oh my god!
Underestimate me.
Nearly 11,000 damage. Holy shit. How fast can I pass back to Will? If we go 1, 2, 3, I think I can do that this turn.
This might be a good strategy. Please go right ahead.
I go for it.
I don't know if that'll actually kill him. Yeah, it will. Okay. So I might be overpowered. That's okay. There is like a harder version of the final boss that I may choose to do. Especially if I am in fact this overpowered, because then that might be more reasonable.
That reminds me.
Are we gonna have little anime moments for all of these as we go through this boss gauntlet?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Here we go.
I doubt they'll answer it, but I am mildly curious. Is this supposed to just be
Just as I thought.
like another human of that type, or somehow it's like pulling it from my memories, recreating it? That's a very like video game question that they would likely not answer.
I dare say. What? Right. Look.
Yeah, we're getting the decanted
This is.
power instead, essentially, in the form of a weapon.
That reminds me.
I dare say. You're right.
Question is that going to be better than my, like,
Now.
I took the time to grind all the archetypes weapon? Where did it even go? We have too much good shit here. Hero King Sword. 420. Significant MP recovery will buffed. Well, damn. That is very appealing. Why? There. I couldn't fucking find that, apparently. I think I need the anxiety thing, though. Otherwise, I would so totally go for that. I mean, I don't know that I need any one thing, but rather, I think the anxiety protection is of more value. Now, I don't actually know which of these bosses is which, so I don't know how well I can prepare. We'll just head along. And honestly, if I'm that powerful and I have my human slash, I don't know that I need any specific preparation. So I think what we'll just do is change you out for Masked Revelry. Will already has that. Yeah, everybody should be getting, like, as much MP back as they can with my desired setup. Loving all the royal archetypes for everybody. Stroll doesn't get to use his because, frankly, someone who excels at physical attack is a bit compared to, like, you know, I already have Will for that, the magic version. Basilio is also kind of that, but at least his, like, royal turn thing gives him turns back on crits, which I've built to be as likely as possible. Stroll only gets turns back on kills, and so I might as well just have him auto buff everybody so that we keep our MP up.
Over here.
Watch out! There's an enemy.
Cathedral. Oh yeah, the guy from the painting, who I think was weak to fire.
Lost the Grand Cathedral. I'll show you.
So honestly, she wouldn't be a bad choice to start out, but if I debilitate him, then Will can really go nuts. Oh cool, my bit rate's dying. Love that. I'm back! I'm back, bit rate! What the fuck? Why is their internet so terrible? There. God. I don't know what body part. Maybe we do just start with a flamethrower. Okay, that got the hand. And then we break the shell, and then the last bit is for last. Sure, just do light.
I destroyed it! Aim for the heart!
Alright, give me a buff.
Let's go.
And now we'll Royal Slash. And we'll just rinse and repeat on that.
After you.
All yours. Vitus power. Still here?
Ah, not quite.
This'll be over soon enough.
I'd fucking get it then. I don't know.
They sure don't get
I have regen, and I can always teleport back to the beginning. Depending on where my MP is at, I may do that.
Come forth now.
But if it's not bad, then I'll just use a couple items, because that'll save time. Yep, it was really thinking there for a minute. I know they're not supposed to be quite this easy, but it is really fun to completely steamroll them. I seem to be getting nothing in the way of XP, though. Not that I really need the Leaves of Light at this point.
However. That's why. You're right. Yes.
Got it.
So I think there were 6 of these, right? Is that gonna be enough weapons for everybody? We must get 2 in 1 at some point. That's so goofy. They kill it, there's nothing there. It comes back, we're further away. And then we can go get a weapon. Oh, wow, never mind. Okay, it's a bunch.
Alright.
I'm still assuming these are all going to be subpar. Okay, Claymore 420, Staff 420, Lance 420. Yeah. They're probably on par with some of the other stuff we've had at that 420 level if I hadn't gotten 500 strength ones from Archetype grinding with better effects. Which is kind of wild and obnoxious that they're like, hey, do fucking 12 hours of grinding. And then you can have some really good items. I mean, on the flip side, it's a fun little extra reward if you just were to do that, but I can't just not do it knowing it's there, you know?
Ready?
All right.
Okay, what's next then? The baby? Goo goo gaga?
I don't like this.
Look! Please. Incoming!
Look!
Stay on guard!
Oh no! This is the one.
Oh, it's the worm.
I don't even have second power.
Worm was weak to ice. Let's... Was I doing debilitate before? If you're not even getting a turn because I'm getting extras, let's just fucking debuff you this way.
I channel my power. Yeah! You hit their weakness.
I call upon royal power within!
That is helpful.
That's another great piece of equipment I got and really makes it worthwhile. Accessory for Will
Come forth!
that I think just gives us an extra icon for free.
This is it!
This might be a good strategy.
Please go right ahead.
You first.
Which, in fact, enables me to do shit like this, where I cycle back and get it another Royal Slash for crazy damage. I guess I was thinking we fought that in Bardon's quest, but it showed up in the main quest earlier, so I suppose we still are going in order. Just any and all unique humans.
True.
Because
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Literally, they should just skip this second bit. They have that talk, we get the weapons immediately.
Okay.
I'm ever so mildly annoyed that I just have to, like, come back for another thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until the end, just because I assume all of these are not worth my time. And I'll just confirm that in one go. Alright, that's area 1. Let's go to area 2. In this surprisingly tiny last dungeon, it almost isn't one. It's like a primer for the final battle. And I'm kind of like... I'm way mentally biased, but it's like... This is more meant for grinding than for anything else.
What do you think?
All right.
You know, because there's no real puzzles or anything. There's these extra guys to kill, but like you can just run through all of this. There's nothing stopping you at any point.
Oh no! We're respawning!
Nasty doggos. Never killed any of the spawners, of course. We're just gonna leave them there forever. I could if I wanted to at this point, but there's a part of me that just says, no, 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 don't do that. That's foolish, even if you literally are gonna finish the game and it doesn't matter. Because what if you need them? It's frankly a bit obnoxious, as a grinding-minded individual, that they don't, like, respawn if you leave. Not that I can leave here. Unless you count going to, like, the entrance where it's safe and you can save and stuff. This should be the baby.
Incoming!
What? Watch out!
Terrible.
That demon baby from Krigate show you! I thought we'd seen the last of it!
Weak spot! I pray you're ready.
What the fuck is baby weak to? Do you have a weakness? Do you have a weakness, little baby? Pierce, because we poke out its eyes. I don't have that, so we're just gonna have to do the best we can. But if I can further debuff it, then that's something. So let's do that.
We'll team up.
Oh, actually, yeah, the eyes itself. I forgot about that. Good thing I attacked him. Might not be enough though.
Call upon royal power within.
Get it with this.
Right on target.
It's not going anywhere like this!
Nope, that I blocked that. Okay. Let me reroll. I'm trying to just be super efficient here. Let me see what I can do with the flamethrower.
I thought we'd seen the last of it! Alright! It's not going anywhere like this!
Let us combine our powers. I can do this.
Does one eye just like completely fucking resist magic?
Through this one.
No, wind apparently works in all cases. Now that she no longer has that. Let's try light then.
Vishnu!
I know where we are!
Okay.
This is our chance!
It's time to strike. I won't hold back. This is it.
Actually, I don't even know if this matters. Because I don't know if the eyes debuff it. They just, like, prevent it from attacking, I think. Either way, another one bites the dust. Look at those tootsies. I'm also not using incenses anymore because we're nearly at the end and I'm way overpowered, so I might as well save them for New Game Plus, where they will come in handy.
But
Right.
all right.
I think all that's left next are the old man Kraken and then whoever the fuck turned into like that type switcher
Right.
that we fought after the Dragon Temple. I think it was the boss from that, I guess, that like made its way out.
Now then.
Just some poor unlucky freak from 1,000 years ago or whatever. I don't know why 1,000, I just picked an arbitrary number. Okay, where am I? I'm down here, so we gotta go top left and then bottom right.
Be forewarned, our enemies are aware of us.
There's roving bands of freaks everywhere.
Ready?
All right.
This is a very cool final area. Admittedly, it does kind of feel similar to a lot of other shit at end of games. I'm reminded of Final Fantasy X, even though that's like a cave instead of a void like this, but it has a similar vibe.
All right.
Don't lose focus.
They're upon us.
What is that?
I'll do it.
No, you won't. You're gonna just chill in the back row for now, bud.
This that sea monster from before?
Alright, again,
On land.
we might benefit from the flamethrower, but I don't know if we have to kill the tentacles. So I might just go for the main body.
I can do
And then she can do, like, AoEs, maybe. Is the body weak to electric or just the tentacles? Find out.
Yeah! Yuffie hit their weakness!
I'm grateful.
The magic seed.
Yeah, I can just go for the head. Again, this is a protect myself from getting attacked thing, but if I am one-turning him, it does not matter. And I guess we get one little stat instance of every type from each of these goobers.
Yes.
Sam.
Boats.
Aye.
Naturally.
He's so tall.
All right.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah. What remains is glowing brightly.
Look.
Down to 2.
Nice.
I was wondering, because there wouldn't be enough for 3 in each of them. That'd give us fucking 18. I guess -2 since the first one gave us 1. That's still 2 too many. I mean, these last 2 must give us 2 each. This has been basic math and stumbling over my words with Joe. You'd think I'd be better at that now after fucking 4 years of streaming, but nope.
I see the end. Come on.
I knew we could count on you.
Real tired of those. The fucking eggs in the skillet humans. Because they have that, like, ranged attack. None of the rest do. Only those.
Ready?
All right.
Also, wow, is it a pain in the ass trying to not kill spawners? Pretty sure my allies popping in and doing damage. Glad to be done with that. No more grinding for this guy. I should just be able to zoom through New Game Plus while cooking some extra Sublime spoonfuls,
Well then.
since I have ingredients for that. And then hopefully I can just fucking easily kill that super boss at a fairly low level.
Go.
It's the human from Yuffie's
Okay,
this time. We'll make
could have been a big pain in the ass. Probably won't be since I can one-turn it, because I don't think it even has any elemental bullshit going yet, but let's get you debuffed real low just in case.
Counting on you. I shall vanquish evil. By this power, the magic seed still here.
Yeah, easy. Oh, wait.
Just the
Well, I seem to have one less turn than I have these past few, but let's pass to Yuffie, and then she can do it.
Summoner. Come forth now.
Good. Now I feel like I'm just fucking beating up and torturing a guy. When he's not got some special glowy magic shit going on, he's just a dude, like, tied up,
Very well.
impaled, masked.
I won't stop. Yes.
Then.
And that's the last one, so now we can just run to the end and kill a demon twink. And I'm so good on MP that I can probably just get away with a couple Magla pills. If that, even. Everyone else might have recharged, it might just be Will that needs one. Because, getting a double sword in is a little bit more expensive.
Simply admit.
Well then. What now?
Alright. Slash strength. Pure strength. That might be good. Let me look at her. We do love MP. Physical status ailments, good, but I would rather have something to like buff, which is what I'm doing now. That one's good too. Although the one I have now buffs his strike damage, so I guess I'm going for more of a glass cannon build that way. Yeah, what do you have now? Honestly, that's pretty good too. I have so much MP for the most part. I have like the 30% bonus on all of them. At least the ones in my party. So I am going to keep something that lets me have a lower synthesis cost and get more out. I'm probably, you know, so over leveled that it's not going to matter anyway. If the final boss is anything like those, and I didn't even use my like special prince power to give me 4 bonus turns on top of the extra 1 I already have. Like I could fucking one-shot the final boss. Who knows? They make such cute little noises. So weird that the teeth are human. I think I said that before, but it is extra evident here after doing stuff. And this first slot is the one I want to be in. The second one I made also right here, so I can just go into the empowered final boss, having not killed any of those extras. Assuming we do that, which I'm thinking we will, because this is going very quick.
Keep going?
Yeah.
But, you know, they might fucking dump 2 hours of cutscenes on us, I don't know.
I confess, I did not believe you had actually survived the gauntlet.
Oh, please.
I mastered the gauntlet, dude. I was
To achieve.
fucking molded by it.
Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
I can accept that you hate injustice. Maybe we do share that. But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're elder? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons. Is this revenge? Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed. It would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty. For my own satisfaction, no less. No. I would not repay injustice with injustice.
You kind of are doing that, though.
You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would...
He's just so enlightened. He imagines a better future.
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for that place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked and secrets encoded. I wanted to change that isolation. And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father.
He's trying to create friends like him. Kind of, yeah. He wants... It's very,
He dreamed that the
Aryan race kind of vibes. Like, only the strongest and the best will survive.
village's history
What does Parquad say
to his world
in Shrek?
I saw him with the eyes of a child.
Hold on, I'm missing stuff he's saying. Like, some of you won't survive, but that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Hello, Watcher. How you doing?
And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave and live upon the open plains beneath a wider sky. That was all. As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure...
I wouldn't say nothing to do with hate, because,
selfish act of
yeah, like, soldiers follow orders, but also, if you're, like, buying into the racism, you're, like, using hatred as a mechanism to fucking justify your quote-unquote superior position.
I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
In the world you dream of, there is no prosperity.
Indeed, we all have our own burdens to bear. But that shouldn't mean it's wrong to help each other carry them.
Luis, you're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's in...
Yeah, he's kind of doing a, like, I don't see color.
Moral beasts, not people. In the end...
But it's like, I don't see weakness in the various circumstances of life. Like, if you can't fucking survive a magical monster attack, you're fucked.
Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then you're no different from everyone you've rejected. So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes.
Oh?
I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Behold, and I will reveal the secrets still beyond.
Oh yeah, look at him. He's got evil archetype markings. That's very...
Come.
I don't even know what.
Our world's future.
Yeah, it kind of is Sephiroth with the wings. I was hesitating to say it, but like very, very something, very Final Fantasy JRPG final boss.
Is consumed with anxiety, as it is
Also kind of hot. I would do.
all of it. Foundation for my new, better world. You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage. Let it begin.
We fight for your ideal world.
Angel's wings bathe in gold.
We'll take him down.
Honestly, kind of Jesus-y vibes a little bit. With the long hair and like thin but toned body. Yeah, it's they love this like Judeo-Christian angelic symbolism and stuff for final bosses in these games because I think they just like the aesthetic, and two, you get guys like Luis who are like, oh, I'm so wonderful and excellent and I'm doing the best thing ever, as they're literally trying to like do a genocide. Alright, I will debilitate you because I kind of don't expect I can actually get you in one turn. Do you count as a human now? Should I use my human blade on you?
This if we all work together.
Coordination is key! Only the strong upon royal power within! It's time to strike!
Alright, hopefully being in the front row doesn't fuck me too much. But let's do... Well, let's do Hero's Cry for sure. And then we'll attack with Will next turn.
For all that I believe.
You can attack. Well, we'll give him a weakness to fire. And then she can attack. And then that also decreases attack and defense even more. Good. What is Modified Dragon God? Do you look the same? I think he looks the same.
I shall rule the
And then you can pull us to... Actually, no, you can buff our hit evasion. That'd be even better.
That was helpful.
Alright, Royal Slash. Not amazing, ungodly damage, but okay. And if we're not one-turning you, I probably should debilitate you and just get that hit evasion down as far as possible. Put her back in the back row as well. You are already debuffed as far as possible, though, so... Let's just do... extreme light damage. Unless he resists light, which he might. But no, I think he's probably just like neutral to everything. Oh, should I have passed to Will?
By all means, challenge me.
Oh well.
Stake everything you have on this battle. I will face your convictions head on and crush them. This is but my first step towards my ideal world.
Were his eyes blue before? I like, he's like extra pale and has the orange eyes, and that's kind of a cool look. That feels like it might have hurt kind of bad if I wasn't fucking over-leveled. Oh, right, and we're just buffing and debuffing everybody. And, trying to set up for anxiety. Too bad I block anxiety, loser.
Finish whatever he's doing. Try to interrupt his attack somehow. Focus your attack.
Are you prepared?
Before he takes us out in one
Time to strike.
Blue at the start, yeah. That's what I thought.
The magic seed!
Right. The magma buildup's dissolving.
I will crush the fantasy in your heart.
Light sting.
Only the strong can prevail.
Vishnu! The enemy still stands.
You fight well. But
Okay, I could...
withdrawing.
Let's pull you back. I'm gonna pass to Will and see if Will could just kill him.
Still up?
Nope, not quite.
There is no hope for you. Take this.
Quad Wing Pierce is kind of fucking scary. I mean, I'm resisting it, but I don't know. It's just a lot of hits.
There is no hope for you.
That attack.
That's it.
Oh, the Excalibur, but I don't really need it. He's cooked.
Mass dancer.
Going for the weak spot.
I don't even know if I'll get a chance to get back to Will. Yufa might get him. Yep, there's phase 1 at least.
I do not fear death. And yet... I think we've won this one.
Why did you already revert back to normal?
So the power I have now is not enough. The Magla drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you, but I made a decision that day. Even if history remembers me as a destructor king,
And it will.
put an end to the injustices of this world.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I am to take your lives, I must stake my own, and all its power.
Damn, we can't get close. Tis a tremendous aura.
I have a vision, and you will interfere.
Level 10 aura, max Riz.
Wait!
Is he gonna fucking fuse with his ship? Is this gonna be Kingdom Hearts where he's
Has the royal
heart boat?
If we let him buy time, there's no telling what he'll do.
Or is he just running?
We can't even go after
You'd think he could fucking form some wings and fly, but sure, the ship.
We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
Ah, everyone! That bastard Luis took to his Skyrunner!
Yes, we know. Can you go after him?
It'd be suicide, lad. Oh, suppose it's too late to back down now. Well, I was saving some reserve power for the trip home. But if we're using it here, we're using it here.
Too bad we can't teleport on top of his ship with our ship.
Chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm.
You know, pin it down, have some ship on ship, Yowie. A ship, if you will.
Get in. I'll just fire up the...
Yeah, I want to dock.
Enemies! Ugh, of all times.
It's big enough, I'm sure we fucking could. We'd,
Wait, how many are
we'd be like jetpacking.
come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore.
Hold on. The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
What do we do?
One shot every human, because it's not hard.
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
We can fight them together.
No. Even if we get the Skyrunner off the ground, it'll all be for naught if anything happens to you.
So what, am I fucking soloing the rest of this?
We'll just kick them around for a bit while preparations are underway. Does that work for everyone else?
Fine. Suppose I'll keep you company.
Had you not suggested it, I would have done so myself.
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside while Norris does all the work?
Nearest.
Frankly, Nurse should have been like warming the engines up while we were coming back.
Get it done, damn it.
If you saw Luis's Skyrunner taken off.
Well, let's do this.
We hold the line!
That one that's just like a sword stabbed into a butthole is weird.
We must endure this.
The egg? Is it an egg? I guess that would make sense. A lot of them are like egg and bird themed for whatever reason.
Hulkenberg!
If these are like the smaller ones also just drawn from, you know, some dude's paintings, then that would kind of make sense. More just like it answers the question of why birds and stuff, because it's like it doesn't matter why, it's just how the dude drew stuff and we're just referencing that.
Got it. We're powered.
But I don't know if that's true for all of them or just some of them. Like the dude with like the merry-go-round on his head. Why aren't you in an archetype? Why are you just like raw dogging it?
Not good. They're going for the Skyrunner.
Not on my watch.
Let's wreck him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will. But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Yeah, I would imagine everyone on this team is past hating
Let's go!
groups of people. This does really make me want an anime of this, but I can't imagine it'll be that good. All the Persona animes weren't. It's just like fun seeing the archetypes in action. Not my boys.
What? A noble must protect his people. Take this!
Is he... Whose ship is he stabbing? Was he attacking...
Finally.
Luis? Because that's us up there. So I don't know. Also, goddamn, somebody saved my falling boys. Yeah, okay, that was Luis's with the,
Steady.
I thought that was like a thruster we were seeing, but it was a cannon charging up to shoot us.
We gotta go back! Everyone, they're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Take cover in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
So we're just plowing into it.
Let's fly!
How are we gonna Deus Ex Machina everybody back after this? These are all very dire straits. The girls actually seem fine. They're surrounded, but they're fine. The boys are plummeting towards Earth as we speak, and Neris is blowing himself up. Didn't see a killing blow, and that's how these games go. That's true. By the rules of anime, falling does not equate death. And so that does honestly make me a little bit
And yet still
hopeful for like Harding in Veilguard, that like maybe she could come back in the future.
Is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question.
Who's
Prince,
topping?
do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king? What is it?
It's the same thing, but stopping you is of more immediate concern. Well, this is what I said, so we're gonna say that.
The same thing.
But they are not. The king shouldered the people's pain all he could, and still his paradise never came. You need only look at the kingdom now to see that. But it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. With my own hands, I will tear apart these lie-laced dreams and bury the past. Here ends the royal bloodline and the legacy of the archetypes. We stand on the threshold of...
He didn't really get an archetype. He had the glowy lions, but then he just turned into Sephiroth.
I can't listen to any more of this. What new age? What do you know about him? All you do is destroy. You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in anything that's gradual.
Gallico should like deliver the finishing blow and like
All that means is that
sink her little sword in his forehead.
everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing but a coward trying to escape this reality for one you made up.
The time for words has passed.
Good, so shut up and let's fight. At 1% volume. Yeah, we just hear her in the distance like... I imagine it would be quite hard as a teeny little fairy to have your voice carry. Granted, she could maybe magic that in her favor, but still.
intense magla!
Such intense eyeliner. Oh, good thing you can't aim. He has an ear as foot jewelry? Let me keep an eye out for that.
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Well, no, because I'm not using my archetype yet, am I?
Such strength! How? It's happening so quickly!
Behold! This is the Royal Scepter's potential.
Honestly, for what I would have imagined to be, like, him channeling human power, he looks remarkably not fucked up. But maybe that's coming in another form.
Embrace it once more. Take your true form and become worthy of my new world.
And maybe we're gonna do that too. Although we did overcome this once, so like...
You are unfazed by the memory.
Easier to do the next time?
Yet you thirst. Drink deep of the magma.
Not again!
Did we get the lines last time? We're ripping our heart out like an archetype. I'm wondering if there's a connection between humans and archetypes.
What?
Like humans are a dark, fucked up monster form born of anxiety or something. And then archetypes are born of like mastering that anxiety plus reference to like a previous person. I guess we just actually fucking ripped our heart out and died though. Well, fantasy is dead.
Get me! Wake up! I said wake up! Hey, please.
Bad move, objectively. Better to like go human and maybe rampage and fight Luis than just die.
Wake up! Please! You have to wake up.
He's holding on remarkably well, given the circumstances.
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
I ripped out my...
I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell.
Yeah, a bit much. I agree.
You really would be dead. But rest assured, you're finally safe. As for where we are far, far away from that hellish world.
Sounds like you know where we are.
Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No.
And I probably could have told you that.
This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy. In other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better.
How metaphorical are you being?
It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia...
This library is the real one? No, I don't think he's saying that. If anything, it would be like, the real world is the real world, the game is fantasy, hence fantasy is dead, and then this is a subspace, somewhere in between.
Fantasy is just that. A fantasy.
Although I kind of don't think this is necessarily like a little subspace. I think this is like fully in our head.
The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a fourth wall thing or if they're talking about like, you know, a fictional Earth, so to speak, kind of like the one that was supposedly in their past. All that chaos only exists in that world, or where the reality is nothing like that.
So much of it already.
He's talking about the book now.
Through text on a page. Now, behold.
Because like the hypothetical old world could, yeah, like fucking Shibuya, could just be the real world, and then this could be,
it's the world I wrote accounts of.
Like, instead of in the past, they like never had a past, and they just started this fake world at some point.
But it's not.
So the world I know was all an illusion.
But also, you'd be lying, so I don't know.
Reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality.
That smells like BS. If I had a nickel for every RPG where someone tried to convince me to like accept a pleasant dream world.
Let me take you back to reality, child.
Not another admission. Yeah, what about my friends?
What happened to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
My.
Lying dead with your heart ripped out. Just snap out of it, Will, then everything will be okay.
Once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart. Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything, with anxiety as its fuel? A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it. Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure. You still don't believe me. Why is that?
Because you're having an uncharacteristic turn in personality.
This place, I know it's not real.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
You mean you deny it? Will you deny that the world of the novel is Utopia?
Yeah, it's not a perfect world. Sometimes they elect weird, fucked up orange guys.
Right?
And censor cool apps that people use.
After all, makes the road a little easier, right?
The journey, my friends,
They were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die.
This is very clearly like a father motivation thing, so I don't know when they're going to acknowledge that. Is he remembering? Right, yeah.
I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child. Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
Who are you?
There's this thing called a Dorito. It's flat corn mixed with all flavors. Don't you want flat corn?
I once reigned as king. Or I'm half of one, to be accurate.
Ah, right. He's not quite the king in the way that we weren't quite the prince.
Gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still...
I'd be isolated forever in a dream.
And risk your life to...
Never the way to go.
You can't change.
The battle's not over yet.
You are on the cusp of dying at Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. I must stop you. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is.
Bruh.
I suppose how I promised to travel the world.
He's so cunty sitting on that fucking pyramid.
To be only another unfulfilled.
The twinkiest dad I ever did see.
Embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I don't want to turn my back on my ideals.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live. That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
Exactly. I can't face fantasy.
Let's go.
Alright, he's not a human. But this is still extreme damage. So let's try that.
Still here?
Oh, jeez, alright. Pretty easy.
Struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness. Why? Why don't you understand?
What?
It was in this story.
I think they're edging his health. Because I have to listen to him babble.
Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why did you resist it now? Why refuse me?
Can I just use the regular attack?
Still up?
Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand. Why? So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you.
Well, you're dead, so you're not gonna fulfill shit. You gotta let me do my thing.
To see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
Yeah, you're a fucking loser, that's what.
You gave up on your hopes. But
A twink.
What?
Well, we're both twinks.
You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling?
He controls me. Twink control.
Truly what separates us and keeps me confined here. Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind. To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up!
Hey, boyfriend's not dead.
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
Oh, yeah, those are my friends.
My friends are waiting for me.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's
The very power that reveals
things I have that you don't in your fucking lesson memories that you left.
I see.
I'm not alone, so that's a big one.
That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the war of
I really like this fucking
the downfall
twinkly magic sound.
Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us.
I don't even know how to describe it exactly, but there's a quality to it that is really pleasing to
We
me.
might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Okay, Moana.
Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknown.
Sparkles that wobble with Echo.
Possibility. I see.
Yeah, Echo's definitely part of it.
If you can believe
Sort of like a digital Echo.
than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I myself will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author more, but as your father, the king. Now then,
Okay, if I have a party, I think the one thing I will do here is just throw my Leaves of Light at somebody so that I have the ability to stock up on more in New Game Plus. Because I'm sure that'll max out at 99 probably real fast and before I can use them for much. Maybe fucking fill up my MP too. No, that's already good. I can save though. Might as well. Just in case I want to like fuck with party setup or anything.
The kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward. O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he alright?
How are we resolving the whole heart ripped out situation though? I assume we're kind of just gonna like blur past that.
Huh.
They healed me, even my jacket is healed.
This must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
So they were falling, he crashed this thing, and then still went and got them? This place must have low fucking gravity.
We're in good shape.
Or we're high enough up and he's fast enough.
Was also
Either way, that's goofy.
I'm still a little shocked.
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
Ah yes, the power of friendship. Potent as always.
What?
Maybe that is his archetype and he's just so vain that instead of like an armored shell, it's just finery around his naked being.
Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know,
Those
all this
booties.
talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change.
Kind of on the same point you were making earlier, Watcher, about Gallica, like,
apart, right?
being hard to hear. I can only imagine that Luis up in the sky, with all the fucking, like, wind whipping around, is just hearing them, like, just fucking mumbling in the distance.
Chance encounter. Everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis? You got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our...
Apparently not, because the rest of them were just kind of dicks about it.
Each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
I don't know if I'm seeing the ear either that's on his leg, but I'm seeing a sextant. And he screamed so hard that he died. Nope, he got really big and weird and bearded. Now this looks very human.
A magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Ugh.
This is our
Grunting.
battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be...
That looks really Satan-y. Yeah, he's gone full devil now instead of full angel.
Ideals, Prince.
And he's got, like, crucified angels hanging from him. Alright, we got multiple masks. Mask for mask. I don't know if it's worth debuffing them then. Let me see what fire does. Satan originated before descent, but I don't read the Bible. That's true. Yes. Well, I think so. The whole, like, if we have the devil as an abstract concept, and sometimes it's Lucifer, and sometimes it's Satan, and sometimes those are, like, different things. Like, I'm a little rusty on my Bible shit, too, so I think it was Lucifer the angel, and then Satan is just another name for him. I'm also realizing that's us hanging. Like, some of them with wings, though. I don't know, because Heismay is there on the bottom left with bat wings. But I don't know who's next to him with the wings, because it doesn't look like Nuris. Maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, one of those took, like, no damage.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Interesting. You say that. I am going to brute force through this. Yeah, one of them must be, like, magic resistant. In that case, I may or may not want to use Will's sword. Unless I have a way...
Not this. I won't hold back.
Extreme Almighty.
Maybe not.
Human boost. Severe Almighty. Isn't that just worse? Isn't Extreme better than Severe?
No.
I don't know. Either way, for this turn, we want more icons. And then maybe I will debilitate that one that's really not getting hit much. Probably not a bad idea anyway. Ooh, and let's do this too, because then I can debuff them even more. If I debuff him, then he has to deal with that somehow.
Let's go.
Alright, and maybe I will try a roll slash on that one. Okay, yeah, I don't know if that was better or worse, but it hit a lot. And then we can... I don't know if it's worth debuffing anymore. I'll just do another fucking flamethrower. Or I could have passed. Passing probably would have been better. Ah, yes, but I am still anti-anxiety. He's gonna fix his debuffs, and then he's gonna go Cyclone. Fortunately, I don't have any counters to that. Nor am I dodging anything yet. That's a lot of damage for me being fucking way over leveled.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Who's in his mouth?
Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly magma in the puppets.
I'm thinking that's maybe supposed to be Yufa. We can definitely get that middle mouth down. That's not an issue.
No holding back. Have no need for you.
Why don't you do a light weakness on that one? And then we'll hit a light all on everybody.
That's your opening, Captain. Just what I need.
Yeah, it's definitely something in the realm of voodoo. Something bad's gonna happen to one of us if he eats that thing.
Even my strength will be needed. Summoner!
I channel my power! The enemy still stands.
I shall.
Alright, and Stroll, you gotta pass to Will, and Will, then you gotta Royal... Oh, it already dropped it. I didn't notice, I missed that at some point. I was thinking we had to kill the face entirely, which we now have killed one of them. Hopefully they don't regen and heal each other.
Give in to the truth.
That totally feels like a thing that would happen.
Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever.
Alright, cool. That just takes away a turn. And then I get boo-boos. Of course it's Will, my fucking best attacker. But we are so anti-fire that we can just block all that. It's probably time for a heal.
No need to worry.
I owe you.
And I got the good shit.
I can do this.
Dude, you didn't even clear your own debuffs. What a loser.
She'll put all on the line.
The world of all.
I shall vanquish evil. It's time to strike.
It's okay.
The magic seed!
This'll be over soon enough. Watch me.
Pass. Let's have Yufa go again, and you're already debuffed. We can do deity, save a little bit of MP. I mean, you have 6 more idols, presumably. You could definitely try to eat some more if you wanted. Yeah.
To the new age.
Ismay. So even the people not on the field,
They've got your defenses down.
which is interesting. Oh, they did fuck with our defenses, didn't they?
That is beautiful.
Behold, I won't hold back! This is it!
The puppet's magma's fading. Nice.
Nice crit.
Perfect. Burn! Stubborn, hey?
Even my strength will be.
Yeah, she's just not up to snuff, unfortunately. I would have thought of her, like, magic attack as being very high, but apparently not. Comparatively. Alright, 1 mask left. And we can definitely give you a fire weakness for Yufa next turn.
Now they're weak to something new.
I think for every Maska kill, he gets less turns, too.
Building up an incredible amount of magma.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
I don't know if this is it or not yet, but he's really not that threatening. And again, I know I'm over leveled, so it like kind of doesn't count, but it's very easy to interrupt him.
Now, what's the play?
Yuba hit their weakness.
I call upon royal power within. They die hard. Come forth, royal soul.
My world! My perfect world! Not.
Oh, there he is.
I refuse. I won't.
Phase 3.
Let it end like this.
With all of our eyes on his wings now? Question mark.
Sacrifice.
Because I see a 3 and I see a Heisme.
The strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
If you want to pee on me, you gotta buy me Taco Bell first.
Control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing.
I didn't know you were a cheap one. I mean,
It's a pitiful.
let alone on the menu.
And it's time we.
It'd probably have to be a lot of Taco Bell.
Luis Squeaburn! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Hi, Happy. I wasn't being a freak mere seconds ago. I was being normal. How are you?
It's here and now. Behold this power.
Let's see. You just have one body part, so we will debilitate you. Get the freak on.
Going for the weak spot.
I pray you're ready. I shall put all on the line.
Warlord!
I am grateful.
Can I do Heroes Cry again? Yippee! Yeah, we're just nearly done with Metaphor, so we're about to finish that off. I don't even know. I guess I'll do Hellfire.
I call upon royal power within.
Been a very long, stressful few weeks at work. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that continuing on, or are you kind of now coming up for air?
No, withdrawing. I shall vanquish evil and tame man.
No clue. Aw. Well, hang in there, Happy.
This is it. Nice hit.
Nah, yeah, that wasn't a nice hit.
Power. Going for the weak spot.
From a distance, take my fullest power.
I love this variant of the theme that we're hearing. Very epic.
Why can you not understand my ideals? Feel
My boss quit. I've been taking over some of the duties even though he turned down the position. No idea when they're hiring a replacement. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is bad.
It must not be.
I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but that smells like you know, typical, I don't actually know how corporate you are, but like typical corpo bullshit where it's like, boy, we sure do love not paying for new employees and instead just having one employee take on the work of more and a boss at that. Yeah, I don't know much of anything about your details, so definitely just take care of yourself and I won't give out blind advice, but I sure hope that you can do something to, worst case, get something out of this, like more pay, or I'm sure more ideally, you know, not be overwhelmed with extra responsibility.
The magic sea is still here.
Personal spec, watch me. No need to worry.
Helpful as ever.
I am grateful. I'll take the rear.
I can do this.
Has it come to this?
I'm not gonna make it back to Will. That's too bad. We'll just debuff you then.
I channel my power.
Next turn for sure. I can see where the hard version of this would be tough, because he'd probably just have better stats, and it sounds like he gets way more turn icons. Although I really don't know if I am gonna do that now after all, because I'm thinking we get done and then we play some Marvel Rivals. That'd be fun. I'm jonesing to play some because I haven't all week. A lot more extra paperwork and dealing with intercompany shit. I hate it. Both of those sound bad, yeah. Paperwork is just real fucking drudgery at best, and then intercompany sounds like a lot of general unpleasantness. I hate dealing with intercompany, but I have to like talk to the people on my team. I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with it.
I call upon royal power within. They won't hold back. This is it.
There we go. I think we beat him. Still no XP screen though.
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Because you're just a lonely twink. Did it all poof away in an instant? That's almost goofy. Like, is that actually it? Because, damn, like, what the fuck?
Look!
I don't have enough social battery for both customers and coworkers. Yeah, I don't even have to deal with customers, and I'm still fussy about it. Having to do both would be, and my coworkers really aren't even bad either. I'm just particular.
Does this mean he's what?
Having to add on all that extra.
Dreaming this?
And it's not even like just regular, it's not even just social stuff, right? Because it's like the social stuff with work mixed in. It's not just pleasantries, it's like business, which is less fun. Oh, are we not done? Is there a phase 4 or is this a cutscene?
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
Maybe this is a true ending action. We should be... I don't even know how many different endings there are, but I should be getting the good / maybe only ending. I mean, like, I think there are different points where, like, with some of the dialogue options, like, probably when we were in Shibuya with more, if we're like, no, I give up, I think it can just, like, game over you there. But I think if you just, like, keep going, as far as I know, there's only one ending.
Now, die!
No. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Oh, a new archetype. Prince 2.0.
Damn you!
Do we get this in New Game Plus, a la Satanile? How do you guys say that? Like, Joker's ultimate persona. / like, the long version of Satan. Because Satanale doesn't sound right. Downloaded Marvel Rivals, never played it, though. If you want to, I think I might be doing that here whenever the story is done yapping at me. Because obviously we're earlier than I would normally end a stream.
The Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. The harbinger of change.
Maybe you'll have to excuse the fact I'll be dreadful. No worries. I'm not great, so the bar is low, and also I would much rather like play with people. And so like I'm not the guy who's gonna be like, oh, I can't believe you just played this and you're not like 30-0.
My tremendous.
As if I've ever been 30-0.
Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice
is the voice Mummy.
But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast
Yep.
a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand.
This, I guess, maybe is dialogue based on something.
Is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the
Because the dragons were optional.
will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over.
Well, surely in some ways my fight is just beginning, because now I have to go end racism.
Lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the
Endless possibility, even.
It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are true.
Yeah, good plan. Familiarize yourself with the basics.
The appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
That's sweet that they got to guide him from the beyond, sort of.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
It me. I'm the most powerful twink in the land.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Camp Luis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
Glad that they seem to be falling in line, slash choosing to, like, be cool, at least out of self-interest. I can't believe the moon is the popular Wii channel. What, just giving us news and stuff, you mean?
Descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Wouldn't that be fun if, like, this isn't happening, but for the Switch 2, if they gave us, like, a fucking, I don't know, some sort of, like, customizable bullshit, and you could just be like, yeah, I want the moon from Majora's Mask to, like, be who tells me my news.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of...
We could have had that this whole time. We could have. I'm excited for the Switch 2. We haven't talked about that yet because I haven't streamed since that happened yesterday, but
Should be nothing.
excited. Mario Kart 9 or 10 if they count the, like, what would you call it? Kiosk the one that's at, like, Dave & Buster's and stuff. I don't know if Mario Kart Tour, they might count that as 9. So this might be 10. 24 players, exciting. I really like Donkey Kong's redesign to be like more cartoony. King Boo's there. If Pete Piranha's there, I'll be really happy. Surely with 24 characters, they have to, like, have a bigger roster, right? Like, they technically don't, because if you have at least 24 characters, then you're good, but I would like to think maybe we just include fucking everybody who's in Mario Kart 8. We can get rid of the Koopalings, though. I don't need them.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about.
Buy it again edition. I don't think it's gonna be, though.
Of course. Always on the winning.
Especially because
Better than the alternative now.
the Switch stuff is backwards compatible.
We've got some Luis.
So they have to, like, differentiate any new entries they're doing.
Many are concerned
For,
about his
like, Mario Kart and Smash, especially since those are both
To be honest,
legacy
I'm not so
games
sure
at this point. Well, not really. Mario Kart objectively is. Smash Ultimate is, like,
His Majesty
very heavily built on top of the previous engine, but
first.
it is more actually its own game.
How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
And I'm also very anxious for the next Animal Crossing. Whether or not that's at launch. I really am excited to do that as a streamer. Like, play with everybody else, friends and community, and etc. Although if Aloe doesn't get one soon enough, then I'll be sad, because I want to play it with him especially. If it's at launch, he just may not.
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be bright.
Not an issue if you had a Nintendo Plus. What isn't an issue?
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster.
That's another thing. If they could do fucking Virtual Console GameCube, that would delight me.
Stand tall. The rest is not done alone.
Buying DLC.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more
Right.
political work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To his
Yeah, I know the Animal Crossing DLC was included. I think maybe Splatoon's as well. Was the Mario Kart DLC also in there? Because I don't have the fancy version, because I don't need anything that's on Virtual Console, except maybe Pokemon Stadium, but I don't need that this second. Just maybe at some point if I want to play it. So I just bought the Mario Kart DLC outright, and then Animal Crossing, I was like fully done with it before the DLC came out, so I didn't really feel like getting back in. 8 months passed, I had all the new tracks. VC GameCube could have been done as well. Like they're trying to climb the ladder. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by the ladder thing, but yes, like we're overdue for it at this point. But N60, no, never mind. N64 has been a thing since the fucking Wii. So yeah, we're really overdue for it. The GameCube is like old enough to be in Alloprax. It should be on VC by now.
I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
But even just current Mario Kart and Smash, I have like a hankering to play some, because I haven't done either in a while. So keep an eye out, I guess, because I might just be like, hey, do y'all want to plan a Mario Kart night or a Smash night?
But still,
maybe 2 in 1, I don't know.
even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it.
A nation where dreams
I am a little bit stressed prematurely, though, just about like making sure I get one on launch. Because I think stock has been an issue in the past. And I think I just lucked out with the Switch. I think I was just like up at 2 a.m. at one point, and then they were like, hey, it's 2 a.m. Have a pre-order. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then, of course, the latest Xbox and PlayStation, those were a real fucking challenge. So that I really had to work my ass off, but I managed. As long as I know when the pre-orders drop, you know, hopefully I can get her done. And hopefully that won't be too much of a stock issue. We got a few months to wait for that direct at the beginning of April, at which point I assume they will tell us when the release date is, and probably also drop pre-orders right after that presentation or something, or like later in the night. I'm assuming it'll be out in like maybe June,
His journey has
maybe a little bit later.
He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for.
Yeah, I don't know how long they usually have between gens, but 7 is a while.
As this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
On the topic of this game, which has been amazing, very curious what they do next, because they said they wanted to do more with this property. I assume, like Persona, it will be not direct continuations, but sort of like individual stories. But I also kind of get the sense that like, I don't know if... You'd think it would be in the same world, right? So, like, then we have to jump forward in time and deal with, like, racism again? I don't know. This feels like it would be harder to just do disconnected sequels.
I'm impressed. It only took them a year. They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace. Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything. And now
Persona games fight a new environment, new society, new school.
Replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less.
Well, like, they're all in...
The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief of
like an Earth-like world.
He's one of the 6 partisans himself.
But, like, and because of that, it feels more natural that you can just jump around to any point in time. Because our world isn't gonna just be fixed all of a sudden. And the games don't leave it in a state where that's the case. This feels more like it's trying to do that, but then again, it wouldn't be surprising if we didn't solve racism completely. And, like, you jump 500 years in the future, and it's, you know, kind of the same issues.
Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats.
Same Earth, you barely have 1 or 2 side characters that share a scene within a game.
Reconciliation. It really
yeah.
is a tragedy.
Yeah, and it's all, like, at the same time, more or less. This one I really do feel like you'd have to do a big time jump.
I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
And maybe that's them telling us this here, that, you know, we're doing good stuff, but shit isn't simple.
Majesty. I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts?
That's some Clark Kent shit. I lose my entourage and people go face blind.
Suppose you're right.
Did we add more days to the month? The fuck is 35?
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took.
Does everybody get a stupid hat?
And somehow
oh
you
no.
the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such a
yeah, I can change the calendar.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feel...
well, there's something to bring up in a future game.
They swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load.
When can you levitate, Chit?
And there we go.
Maybe she's been training.
Not half bad, right? Hey, isn't the king...
Oh, well, I guess the little thing it's on makes it seem like it's a magic tool.
Times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, this decoration doesn't suit me. How'd Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery?
Is he a knight now? That's kind of hot.
Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll.
Okay, her hat I like. The little maid chat is cute.
I'm coming with you.
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain...
Yeah, he's totally like my Kingsguard. No royal scepter, just a little twink one. Just a blue ball.
might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up Sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other Sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect. Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a Sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
Ending racism one drunk at a time.
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good honest work?
Why does nobody know who I am? This is so dumb.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way.
But I mean, I guess it's more like I'm not on TV. You'd think posters or something, maybe, especially because I literally was when I was running. But there's probably a lot of people who just hear things because that's how news is in a world like this.
I see. That's too bad.
Are you that disappointed? She's a lucky one for such company. Either way, let's keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Chill.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
Might want a wig too. The red hair is pretty conspicuous.
His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scandal, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
We're running around.
Let's go.
Bruh.
Hey?
I don't know if I'm gonna talk to everyone, but if I might talk to main characters.
Of course.
This is such a stark contrast to Dragon Age that just, like, ended.
And so... well...
Sounds like the knights are doing better.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, who else is around here? I guess we gotta take the time to do that. Do I have my new king archetype? Can I even look at my archetypes? Yeah, it's still just the prince.
Ain't this a pickle? Pleasure to see you.
Bites into a pickle. Ain't this a pickle?
Hey.
You're literally helping the king end racism. Your mom would be proud.
Yes. Now that you mention it. Thank you.
Yo. Hey.
Captain of the Tradian Brigade. And what is that exactly? Or Tradian? I don't know. Sounds like a military force or something. Oh, Tradian, like Tradian, like Grand Trad. Yeah. Yeah, so he's like the city guard or something.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh. Just...
Made Knight Commander. Wasn't Hulkenberg Knight Commander? I guess they're co-captaining or something?
True. However...
Or just both highly ranked, I don't know.
Now that you meant...
Yes. We shall.
All right, then.
Okay, the cathedral, we'll go there last.
Let's go.
Let's head here. I'm assuming everybody is just conveniently in town.
Yeah?
Aha!
About that.
Yeah, did you get to rebuild the runner?
Perhaps.
Or are you too busy with other shit? I guess if he knows what he's doing, he can just build more.
Indeed.
That's...
That's... However...
Oh good, our dear old girl sparkling clean. He fixed her up.
All right, then. Ripping this is.
My king.
She looks almost like a pilgrim. With the white on, not quite black, but dark blue.
In that case.
Gosh. Well.
So yeah, if the Mage Academy is doing lighter... Is lighters what they're called? Igniters. Igniterless stuff, are they just like fucking teaching kids how to use archetypes?
So... Speaking of which...
Maybe just basic shit like fireball from your hands.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Hey! Hey! Magic.
All right, then.
Dear me. Ain't this a pickle?
An igniter that lights up with rainbow colors. Yeah, that's the way to take the business for sure. Make them into cute little doodads and stuff instead of guns.
Brigitte.
Yes. Yet. Speaking of...
Greetings.
I like that outfit too. They have a lot of the patterns and shit they do in the outfits in this are really cool. Crown Court, consulting about their grievances and disputes. I think she's well suited for that. She's a real mild-mannered person in a good way. Someone who can listen to different viewpoints and actually hear what people are saying.
Yes, of course. In truth. Alas.
And also she's just like sweet and personable. She's the kind of person where you'd go somewhere to get help and it would like feel really good to have her help you because you'd be able to sense how genuine she is. Very much like Mom in that way.
The reason is... Now that you mention it... Very well. I do believe... Because...
Hey.
Hello. Hello, Minecraft experts. Somebody told me to say Joe Mama. Joke's on you. She's not here right now. I don't know if she's in bed or if she's watching stuff. But hello, thank you for the follow, Missile. And welcome Talv and Somni and any of the Raiders. We're epiloguing Metaphor. I'm about to swap over to Marvel Rivals soon. So Somni, you should play with me. In Somni's chat, if you would also like to play, you're welcome to. I hope you guys had fun with Minecraft.
All right.
I will also take this opportunity to soapbox and say everybody should play Metaphor. It's very good. And I think this is maybe the first time Somni rated me. So if you don't know me, hi, I'm Joe. I'm a gay nerd. That's kind of the long and short of it. I'm just a real unapologetic freak, and I play a lot of different games. As we're now just finishing off the third of a few RPGs I've been grinding on for a while, we're going to start playing a bunch of like small indie stuff for a bit at least. You know, things will come out. I'm going to play Monster Hunter, obviously. Gaynard VTuber, let's go!
God keep you, child. All right then.
All right, what's left? It looks like it's just the cathedral.
Let's go.
Okay, he is here. I guess everybody's here. Hey, Somni's chat, because we were talking about this before. You guys excited for Switch 2? Electric Boogaloo?
So,
I'm jazzed for Mario Kart 9 or 10. It's making me want to play some more of 8, so I might do that soon. Smash Bros 2. I haven't played either in a while. I'm gonna have to resist the urge, though. Maybe not at launch, but whenever Animal Crossing is out, I'm gonna have to resist the urge to just, like, buy several so that my mom and sister can also have their own Switches to play it on. Because they did recently co-fund a Switch Lite. I went halvesies on that so Kiki could have Animal Crossing to play.
Got to say.
Knowing the Switch 2 is coming soon, but still. And it would be so great if they could have their own, but I might just be like, hey, you can have houses on my island. Unless they really feel like buying their own. But I kind of don't think they will.
Then again. Brilliant.
Lovely, that.
all right then.
Amazing.
Aha.
Who am I looking for? There she is.
Oh, right.
Where's my boyfriend? Is he the other guy here? I'm not sure who we have yet to talk to. Besides him.
Hold on.
See you soon, I hope.
I didn't want to press that game.
Say there.
There he is. My caped boyfriend. My knight in not so much armor, but a cape. I know that Stroll isn't like this guy exactly. Although maybe he is, because we just are fucking asexual and there's no romance in this. But like, don't you love the idea of like a prince and his retainer like getting it on? And the prince is like, oh, your majesty, I mustn't. And then you're like, nah, let's fuck. I don't know. That's a situation I can get behind.
Even so.
You know, it's like, and this is of course assuming that like he wants to and he's just being proper about it, right? Like I'm not trying to force anything on anybody, but it feels like you're corrupting something, which I like.
Hey. Thank you.
That's...
No. Hey.
And he has enough of that, even if he's not exactly our, like, pure boy. he's like a little bit.
That's why.
He's like a noble, right? Like even if it's a minor noble. So I feel like you would like try to get it on with him, and he'd just be really blushy.
Wonderful. All right then.
Oh, I guess Maria's left, and we gotta run into her.
That reminds me.
That's right.
Oh.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
You think this country's gotten any better since then?
Well, seems like everyone's having more fun than before. I'm sure Papa's happy too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream. And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
It's kind of the same thing, but sure, go off. I still think she's delightful and adorable.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
I like how Nuris just can't be bothered to have a new outfit.
How have you been?
As we find ourselves...
But I guess he's not...
I thought
I'll
say myself.
you know, he's not in a customer service position. He's a dev behind the scenes.
Surely not. Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Would have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
Oh. Lost audio there for a second. Are you guys good? Is everything good on your end? You can still hear me in the game?
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly
I should
over
spot check that.
I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in
Sound
place
check,
to keep
1, 2.
things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Yeah, sounds like we're okay.
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together.
We believe in you. Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4.
Why do they keep name dropping the dragon so hard?
Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Huh. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
Okay, now this feels pretty final.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Or maybe not. You know, I guess another way that they could explore different things is like jump continents, because we know nothing about the world outside of
Planning on leaving us?
Whatever the fuck this place is called.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another.
But we can cut it in half with the teleporting.
Now, lad, you've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why?
Makes sense to me.
Dragon Slayer King.
Why the Dragon Slayer bit?
All across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
They really don't mention Louise the Dragon Slayer 10 times? Yeah, I know, right?
Don't tell me you called.
Nothing about stopping the fucking apocalypse.
There's a bit of time, eh? Though...
At best, the dragons were like
I count only 2
inert nukes compared to the active apocalypse that we dealt with.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf.
Which is a pretty fucking good reason.
People make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know.
That is a good point, though. Like, publicity tour.
Is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
I mean, that assumes the rest of them don't come barging in.
Both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
And now, surely, this is the end.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of
there's your fourth wall break.
a land that has not yet lost hope.
So, like, we the player helped Will ascend the throne.
And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar.
Where's our wings?
Aye.
Are they, like, fully folded up in a way? I don't know how that works.
Poetic for you.
Yeah, see, they did sneak on. Or at least he did.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Oh, she gets to come this time? That's cute. I hope you talk to her mom.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
Wow. Literally healing the world.
Definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Concerned about a child tagging along? We stopped an apocalypse. She'll be fine. Again, as long as we talk to her mom, we're good. I don't want her having just, like, snuck on, not getting permission, but surely none of them would be that irresponsible. Hayasme especially, having been a parent. Okay, I don't know if we can skip this. We might have to sit through some credits. I guess I can just get shit ready in the meantime for Marvel. The king said it was okay. True. Yeah, this was great though. Having played Persona 3, 4, 5, I enjoyed all those a lot. I don't know if I could pick my favorite. I objectively 5 I think is the strongest, just because like quality of life stuff gets better over time, and there's like more high fidelity stuff put in with each game, although they each have their own cool vibes and stuff. Picking between this and 5 though, like, would be harder. But I'm so glad that this did as well as it did. I love that nobody has a fucking bad thing to say about it. I like that they're gonna do more with the property, or that they're interested in it, at least. Really all I need from Atlas is to just fucking let us be gay. Although this one didn't really have romance other than like Yufa crushing on us, so I don't necessarily begrudge them that here. But in Persona, we definitely need to be gay. I am interested to try out a Persona. You know, I probably won't anytime soon enough to really get huge value out of it, but I want to like now see how Persona feels having played with this different battle system. And then I'm also curious how Shin Megami Tensei plays. I think if I remember right, it's supposed to be similar to this. I mean, like, they're all similar, right? But I think it's maybe a little bit more similar to this than Persona, in that you're not switching as much mid-battle. I'm trying to recognize people here. I see a Ujif and a Parapus, but is that our guys, or is that like someone else's royal retinue? We've also completed our RPGs, like I was saying. We got Mario and Luigi done, we got Dragon Age done, we got this done, so besides Marvel Rivals, and maybe if I, you know, want to squeeze in some Smash and Mario Kart, the plan is to do a bunch of small games. Like indie kind of things that are like 1 to 3 streams worth. Even 3's a bit high. Like a lot of, if I could do 1 and 2's, that'd be great, but 3's if we have to. Because I want to shift my focus, work on my V2 stuff, which is going to be off stream for the most part. And so I don't want to get sucked into any other big stuff right now. At least until Monster Hunter. I can't help it if new games come out that I want to play. And then I've also just been piling up so many games in the background that I want to spend some time on those. This main theme, and I don't know if this is the same one as I liked before in the battle, or just another kind of... It's probably not quite the same, because it's kind of epic, but not in like a combat-y way. I really like this same theme, leitmotif, melody, whatever the fuck it is. I'm very poorly informed on musical terms. Not shocking, you know, because I think there was some overlap with Persona people. And they do great music too. The chanting and the monk stuff is such a unique kind of vibe too. Halo also has that. Not the same as this. This is like da 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 da, and Halo's like oh, but they're both kind of unique in that respect. You know, I don't think you hear a lot of chanting in in-game music necessarily. The fantasy world in general in this, I think, had a pretty good distinct flavor to it. You know, the archetypes being similar to Persona is obviously a similarity there, but this didn't feel as cookie cutter vanilla as a lot of fantasy stuff does, and so they get big points for that. I do wish they'd let me skip their credits, though. That was so nice with Dragon Age, and I was surprised, honestly, because no one ever does. They had their little, you know, 2-minute, here's the heavily orchestrated, like, cutscene credit bits with, like, the big names, and then you can just skip the rest. And I don't know. Nobody likes watching credits, right? Like, it's great to credit people. It's great that it's there, but especially on stream, it's really like, let me go, because then I just have to sit here and vamp for a couple of minutes with not much going on other than me just doing my closing thoughts on whatever we finished. And of course, being an RPG boy like I am, sometimes it can really drag on, because big games have a lot of people. This one doesn't even have a fast forward or anything. And I can only do so much to prepare for Marvel Rivals without actually pulling stuff up, which I don't want to do yet. Let me go. I think if and when, you know, assuming they don't fucking announce Persona 6 anytime soon, probably would do Persona 3 Reload next, just because that's newest. And also, I like it. I know I like it. Not that I have doubts about Shin Megami Tensei 5, but I don't know that one as much yet, so the pull is lesser, but that would be next at some point. And then maybe Persona 5 Royal eventually, if I want to fucking sink 120 hours into that. Starting that not off, you kitty, good night, hope I can get with you soon. Yeah, good night, Happy. Thanks for hanging. Sorry if I took too long to finish up here, but you know, they just are doing a dragged on RPG ending. Might do some on Aloes at some point. We did before, so you can certainly join us then. I have no idea what he has planned for the weekend though, but I'm sure we'll work it out at some point. I've been ending a few things and then playing Marvel Rivals afterwards, but I've also done some fully dedicated streams to that. So as always, just keep an eye out for me to let you guys know what we're doing. And I'm generally of the opinion, disposition, however you want to say it, that if there's slots, you know, anyone can play. They're putting so much space between these. We could be done by now, probably, if you didn't have to space them out so dang much. But everybody needs their billing. No problem, up since 5 a.m, so I'm exhausted. Been gaming a while tonight, too. Oof. 5 a.m. is rough. Best wishes, I really hope that work is chill for you. Hopefully you have Monday off, at least for MLK Day. I'm excited for a 3-day weekend now after a couple weeks back at work. After my winter break. There's the Seeker, whoever that was. Oh, it was me! It was me all along.
I shall never know.
Oh, you don't? I'm sorry.
In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Yeah. We still got one more cutscene. Oh, and there's his Skyrunner. All that growth after only a year?
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
Maybe Magla accelerated.
Never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face...
I like the idea of Basilio and Heisme getting buddy-buddy. You know, more, what's the term I'm looking for?
Fearless into
like stand-in, but that's not exactly what it was. More kids for old man Heisme to give some lovin' to, and Basilio could probably use some lovin'. Currently unrated with some exceptions. I don't know what. I hope, like, all of my good shit. Alright, do you give me a little mark to help me differentiate that file? Yes, you do. Okay, great. Alright, well that's Metaphor, everybody. Yippee.